Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna learn how to build Spanish sentences. We're gonna learn about basic Spanish sentences, and later on we will talk about more complicated Spanish sentences. Let's start with the basics. Okay, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, if you want to learn more Spanish, go to smlessons.com for more free Spanish lessons. Okay, let's get started. Okay, as I was saying a few seconds ago, we are building Spanish sentences. In order to do this, you need to know a really basic structure used for this. So once again, this is one way to build Spanish sentences, but it is a very, very common one. This structure is a basic structure, but if you want to learn more complicated sentences in Spanish, then you have to know this structure for sure. You gotta learn this first. Essentially, you need three components in order to build this sentence. The first one is a subject, a personal pronoun, a noun, or a name, like Miguel, Maria, Pedro, John, Michael, you know. That's the first thing you need to know. The second thing you need is a verb. You need a verb in the sentence. In this structure, you need a subject and a verb. And obviously, the verb is going to be conjugated because that's the way it works. Same as in English, you need to conjugate a verb. You gotta know the conjugation of different verbs, different Spanish verbs. Okay, so far so good. Subject and a verb, a conjugated verb. The second thing you need is an adverb. An adverb, I'm pretty sure you know what this is, but just in case, an adverb is a word used to modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Okay, so that's pretty easy. You need a subject, you need a verb, and you need an adverb. That's all you need to know for this Spanish sentence structure. Okay, so an adverb would be something like quickly, slowly, but in Spanish, of course. We'll see some of them in a few seconds. Okay, so far so good. We need a subject, a verb, and an adverb. That's all you need. So the formula is subject, verb, and adverb equals a Spanish sentence. Okay, now let's see a few examples and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yo estoy feliz. Yo estoy feliz. This means I am happy. Yo means I. That's a subject. Estoy is the verb, the conjugated verb, okay? And feliz means happy. And it is an adverb. Yo estoy feliz. I am happy. That's what this means. As you can see, this is a very common Spanish sentence. The structure is very easy and you only need to know three things: subject, verb, and adverb. Okay, now let's see the next phrase. Tú comes mucho. Tú comes mucho. Tú is the subject. Comes is the conjugated verb. Okay? And mucho is the adverb. Tú comes mucho. Tú comes mucho. You eat a lot. Okay? So that is very easy. Let's see another example. Ellos viven aquí. Ellos viven aquí. They live here. Ellos is the subject. Viven is the conjugated form. And aquí is the adverb. Okay? So that's very, very easy. Sometimes you don't need the subject in the sentence. In Spanish, sometimes people don't say personal pronouns. For example, I could say, estoy feliz. I am happy. Estoy feliz. You don't need yo all the time. You're gonna sound more natural if you don't say personal pronouns all the time in every sentence. So you could say, estoy feliz, and that's perfectly fine. It's actually really good. Same with the next sentence. You could say, comes mucho. When you conjugate a Spanish verb, every conjugated form of the verb is very unique. And because of this, you don't need personal pronouns all the time. Okay? You could also say, viven aquí. They live here. If you want to be more specific, you can use personal pronouns, okay? But usually you don't have to. Let's see more examples using this sentence structure. La mujer canta perfectamente. La mujer canta perfectamente. The woman sings perfectly. As we can see here, la mujer, the woman, is the subject. Canta is the verb. And and perfectamente is the adverb. The woman sings perfectly. La mujer canta perfectamente. Okay? If you already mentioned la mujer in previous sentences, you can also just say canta perfectamente. But if this is the first sentence that you say to someone, you need to say la mujer canta perfectamente. You need to specify who is singing perfectly. Okay? The woman sings perfectly. Okay. Let's see another example. El perro corre rápidamente. El perro corre rápidamente. The dog runs fast. El perro is the subject. Corre is the verb. And rápidamente is the adverb. El perro corre rápidamente. The dog runs fast. La casa está cerca. La casa está cerca. The house is nearby. Okay, la casa, subject. We were using personal pronouns and now we're using nouns. La mujer, el perro, la casa. Those are nouns. And something really important is that you need to use the definite articles. La, el, and la in these examples, but sometimes you're gonna have to use los or las or some indefinite articles like un, unos, unas, una. Okay, that's something important to know. If you're gonna use nouns in a sentence, you gotta use definite and indefinite articles. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's move on. As I was saying in this example, la casa is the subject. Está is the verb. And cerca is the adverb. La casa está cerca. The house is nearby. Okay? That's very easy. Let's see more examples. Now we're seeing some names. Miguel lee diariamente. Miguel lee diariamente. This means Miguel reads every day. Miguel is the name. Lee is the verb. And diariamente is the adverb. Miguel reads every day. Miguel lee diariamente. María camina silenciosamente. María camina silenciosamente. This means Maria walks quietly. Okay? María is the name or the subject. Camina, that is the verb. Silenciosamente, this is a very long word. Silenciosamente. Silenciosamente is the adverb. Maria walks quietly. Okay? And lastly, Pedro y Laura viajan mañana. Pedro y Laura viajan mañana. Pedro and Laura travel tomorrow. Pedro y Laura are the subjects. Pedro y Laura. We have two subjects. That's another thing. You can have more than one subject. Okay? Viajan is the conjugated verb and mañana is the adverb. Pedro y Laura viajan mañana. Pedro and Laura travel tomorrow. Okay, that was today's lesson. Now you know how to build Spanish sentences. The structure we learned is very basic, but is really helpful and will help you build more complicated Spanish sentences. That's all for today. I hope you liked this video. Leave more sentences down below using this structure. Remember to use a subject, a verb, and an adverb. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Visit smlessons.com for more free Spanish lessons. If you like what I do, please consider donating to this channel. And you can do that on smlessons.com. You only have to click on donate. I will also leave a link to that in the video description down below. You can also support the channel by sharing this video with your friends and by giving the thumbs up. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter because I will be posting different and interesting content on my social media. Okay, thank you so much for watching, for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye!